guys and get the real insight that this was a real thing that happened in America.
I'm going to start with saying this. We will no longer be doing live shows. I set up a whole tiny desk for you niggas. A whole tiny desk. I was going to play the guitar. I had songs. I hadn't had them figured out good. I'm not going to lie to you. They were not practiced the best. But I was going to perform a mini podcast concert for you. And I had about, at any given time, I had the highest 4 viewers on YouTube. And shout out my guy Sean, you were the only one who stuck with me through the whole hour and 5 minutes. I did not post the live, not because I didn't believe it and didn't think it was great. I thought it was great. I myself thought it was one of the best podcasts of all time. But because I recorded it off my iPhone, which is extremely busted, it's on its last heartbeat, and it's time for an upgrade. It's been time for an upgrade. The iPhone 11 is dying. He's slowly dying. And he died on me last podcast. He had like a mini spasm, and he picked up the volume that came from the laptop fan, and the whole podcast sounded like there was a helicopter pilot propeller spinning in the background. It was very annoying to listen to, and while it was great content, I didn't feel right giving you guys that quality of content. So I did not release the podcast. I do still have it. Maybe we'll take a poll if people do still want the gems that were in them. I might go ahead and post it. Otherwise, I'm a smart man. I can really like reverbicate that to you again. I can respit it, and it might be a little flyer the second time because the first time was just off rip. But I know y'all been waiting for a pod, and everybody's been asking me when you gonna drop another pod. Let me make one thing very clear. Beez life has not been easy. Not starting with a podcast. It starts as a child, as a small child. My life has been hard, and I've had to navigate and learn how to maneuver in order to make it as long as I've made it here on this earth. It's a wonder I'm still here. It's a beautiful thing, though. I don't plan on quitting anytime soon. You know what I mean? I'm here for the long run. That is why I came to GTA 6 before GTA 6 was out. I wanted to get a preview. I'm a big GTA fan. Shout out Rockstar. I understand exactly why you made the setting for the game exactly where you made it. That was genius. It was beautiful thinking. And so, yes, I have been hit by a Florida woman in an F-150 already. She has destroyed the Prius, and I have finally, after weeks of sleeping in my cars and maneuvering and doing my ghost dog thing, the insurance company has finally paid out, and they paid out nicely, and it was a beautiful thing. We're just waiting for the appraisal so we can get the car fixed. But oh yes, Beez was compensated handsomely for that Florida woman accident. But yes, I have already been in my first GTA 6 accident. I've already been busted. I did 3 days, and yeah, we won't talk about where, but yeah, it was sweet. It was more like the Green Mile than like county jail in the city, and I can appreciate that because I had a cell to myself. I didn't have to share or deal with it. We mostly just slept and played on our tablets. It wasn't a bad ride. And I am the county king. I've been to many counties and many states for all petty crimes. I have no felonies, but yes, if you look at the county business, boy, I've been 60 days in a couple times. Just because before there was a series, it was just what I like to do. Well, I didn't like to do it, but if you look at the rap sheet, it's hard to say that he doesn't like to county jail. He seems to like to go there because he doesn't do things the proper way to stay out. And I'm learning. I didn't have my father most of my life. It was nice to get to meet him and hang with him for a couple of days. We spoke the other day. He's a good dude. He made me actually understand myself a lot more. When you get to see the bloodline, you get to see the bloodline. Now you're able to clearly decipher what's DNA and what may just be environment. I may have just learned this bullshit, but yeah, this right here, yeah, this is set in stone. This is a part of Beez. This is who Beez is, and that's scary. That's scary not to have that all your life and see that in your mid 30s. Like, wow, this guy really is the guy. He's me. It's hard to hate him. Even though Christmas presents on nothing, it's hard to not like this man because I see myself. Hmm. Indeed. But yes, I have been in a hit by a Florida woman. I have been busted, and yeah, it's been some sketchy characters, and I yeah, Rockstar shouts out. We've had enough of Los Santos. I've had enough of Los Santos. I've had enough of San Andreas. It is. I've played it for all my life. All my life, I had the GTA in San Andreas, and I think it's time for a change of scene. It's time for us to actually do something else, and it's okay, people. I know we get so addicted to the comfortability of what we know. I would ask myself sometimes, why do those poor folks in Mississippi not leave that down south? If it's still racist and they still treat you this way, their institution, they just don't know how to get up and go. There's so many other better places like Gotham City, California. Until I got out of Gotham City, California, and I realized, no, we've been bamboozled, hoodwinked, led astray, run amok. No, no, no. The place you need to leave is Gotham City, California, San Andreas, California. It is a hellhole, but you will not realize that until you exit that place and you're able to see something else. And then when you see something else, you realize, wow, you know what? There are a lot more better places outside of the hellhole that we live in that is ridden with homeless and is as the streets are running rampant. The streets have taken over the podcast space and the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and it has become a place that's not even safe for comedians. A lot of comedians have abandoned Los Santos. It is not there. And some of them, some of the great ones, shout out Andrew Schultz, they have already relocated to the GTA 6 of life. And I'm getting acquainted, and at first, I'll be honest, I wanted to delete the game. I wanted to delete the game because I didn't like how the story mode started. But as I've continued to play, there have been characters and there have been opportunities, and Beez now has two jobs. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, everybody hates Chris. What his wife used to always be saying? My husband got two jobs. I don't need this. Yeah, I got two jobs. I still ain't got no woman though, but I got two jobs, so I'm on a good trajectory for for the things that I've been looking to acquire in life. And I found that sometimes in life, for God to bless you, you sometimes have to let go of the things that you've been holding on to. And they sometimes you've been holding on to them so long that they look like good things. And you've convinced yourself these are good things. And you become comfortable with these things, even though they're a load to carry. And the moment you choose to just and get rid of those things, you'll realize very fast in life, like, you know what? These things I was holding on to were the problem. And now that your hands are open and free and you're not carrying this burden, God begins to drop blessings from everywhere. And you can catch them because you've rid yourself of your old burdens. You've tossed them away. It's a beautiful thing when you figure that out in life. Beez has very much been on his journeys. You know, he sees things in ones and zeros now. He's entered the matrix. He's exited the void and he's entered the matrix. And with that comes ones and zeros. And I realized I was a one, and I realized there was a lot of zeros, around me. And it wrote a nasty code, and it was a very nasty code, and it was an entrapment code. And when I realized I was the one, and I didn't need these zeros, what I could do is create my own code. I can find my own ones, and zeros aren't, you know what I mean? They're not useless. You need them in codes. It's ones and zeros, but you have to find the good zeros that want to build good code and possibly be able to get with some other zeros and maybe become a one and then write new code. But yeah, I was just surrounded by zeros, and I was the only one. So here I had to write new code. I had to start from the bottom and reorchestrate. And with that comes a lot of chess games that are played. So sorry if I've confused the fan base and if you guys don't know what the hell's going on. But I just wanted to keep your guys' attention. Like, come on. I've been busted. I'm fresh out of jail. I'm trying to get my Prius fixed so I can get back on the tour. It's a lot going on, and I still want to give you guys content. So yes, I turned into the Instagram story man that posts like way too many Instagram stories. That was just to let you guys know my heart was still beating. I'm still here. Yo King is still here. But I knew you guys needed an episode. So with all my stresses and with everything going on, I settled myself so that I can give the people what they want. And I'm here. And I'm here with a beautiful story. And I've been telling this story for some years now. But I think that now is the time to give it to the world. If there's not a better time, now is the perfect time. We will not do live until a live episode respects me and shows up. Because I see now they've taken away all the resources is gone. We must start from scratch. And Beez doesn't have a problem with that. Yeah. Hit the reset button on me and see if I can do it again. I'll do it again just to show you guys it wasn't luck and it wasn't you. I got to let everybody know it wasn't you. So we'll start from the bottom. We'll start with small numbers and we'll build from there organically, grassroots. But if there's not a time of ever in pre-recorded history, it's a time to give them purgatory. And I've been over this again, and I am going to go very black pill. And I'm sorry about that, but I will make it entertaining, and I will make it to where there is hope at the end of the rainbow. But I do believe, as an observer, I did drop down to this reality to observe and to check out and see what we're doing down here and what's going on. And it has not went well. I mean, I've been fun and I've had a good time and I've been able to experience a lot of life. But yeah, yeah, if I was to say, yeah, I'd play the game again, let's drop down here and do this again, I might pick a new game. I might pick a new game. My higher self is telling me this game has reached capacity. It is full of hackers and the bandwidth is bad, and it may be time to discontinue the series. Mm. Very sad stuff, very sad stuff. But in reality, in my observations, as I observed, I realized this game will never stop. This game will never die. It is Pac-Man. It is a program and control man. If you go out that way, you will come back in this way, and that's the way this place is set up. And then growing up in Western religion and Christianity and yeah, the Protestant religions of the West, I realized that most all of them, Catholic, Christian, no matter what they are, I quickly realized ooh, they all preach the same thing to a certain extent. They all tell us that there is a heaven up here, which I understood. They said it was in the clouds, but now we have telescopes now. We know it must be a little further past the clouds. There are other solar systems, yes, a little further away than what we thought, potentially. But then they also said there is a Hades or a hell or a bad place, a fiery place below us, and that we live in the middle. And I went and I realized when I read about purgatory, not too big in the Christian Bible, Catholicism, yeah, there exists a place like this that exists between heaven and hell, and it's called purgatory. And there is hope in this because purgatory is not hell, but purgatory is a place for lost souls like myself and you. Because if you're watching me, we're reflections of each other, and yes, you too are lost like these. But I'm observing and figuring it out and playing the game and doing a hell of a game. I'm hitting all kind of emotes in the game. I'm doing never before seen shit in the game, and that's dope to watch. But we are lost souls. I figured this out when I figured out that it is 2024, and we all, as a people, cannot agree how we got on the planet, how we got here. And luckily for me, I've been able to speak to a lot of different religions, and I'm very versed in speaking religion because I see things in ones and zeros. So I just hear good and bad. I'm playing the chess game of life. And so I get people's vibrations. I'm very much, I can become like you for the sake of understanding you. But I realize most religions, they have a perception of how we got here and who we are and where we're going after here. But Definitively, we all cannot agree how we got on this planet and where we're going when we pass away. And that was very telling to me as a human race that we have technology that I'm now recording on that I do not fully understand. I do not fully understand OBS, and I do not fully understand what a laptop really is. I'll be honest with you. I just know it's here, and we've been using it, and it's up, and it's going to be up. But I'll be lying to you if I didn't tell you I feel like an evolved primate with technology that I don't know where it came from. There's a lot of questions on Earth we have not answered. There's a lot of questions on Earth we have not answered, but we're still discovering new species. In reality, we still live on an avatar planet. Like we're still even discovering what's on this planet that we live on. There's new fish. There's fish with light bulbs on their head. We discover them every day. When I was growing up, I don't remember the little translucent fish, the little see-through fish that are electric and glow. I don't remember those. But my kids can now buy like electric beta fish. They're in a special section. They're called like high quality beta fish. I'm like, do we have those glow in the dark beta fish as a kid? I remember betas. I don't remember all the flavors. They got 31 flavors of beta fish now. I promise to God they do. We're still discovering new stuff on this planet. And we don't know how we got here, where we're going, and it would seem as though we're in like a realm more than a planet or more than like a. It seems like we're in a virtual reality. The more and more it seems as though like the Mandela effect has taken place and the New World Order happened right in front of our eyes. It would seem as now today that do we live on a planet or do we live in a simulation, in a alternate reality, something like a purgatory realm. A purgatory is a place for lost souls to find themselves, to heal themselves, so that they can ascend and go to a higher place, to the heavens, to the higher places. So the most so these lost souls for some reason, and I get it. I get it. When I look over, I'm no fool. I know when we see the tape of my life, like when they say you get to heaven and he's going to show you your life, like I think he's doing that now. I think that's what YouTube is. Like we may have already died, you guys, and like he's literally replaying our life to us. 'Cause I'm watching this, I'm like, yeah, this is nasty work. This is nasty work, Beez. Yeah, if you're trying to get up out of here off this planet, you're trying to get to heaven. Yeah, this run might not have been your best run. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible, but was it heaven worthy? A lot of mistakes were made. A lot of mistakes. Black Beez has made a lot of mistakes. But there's hope. In purgatory, it's a never ending place. It is Pac Man. It is programmed. You will be here until you fix your dirty black soul. And that goes for white people too. I'm not saying black in the sense of skin color. People seem to think I hate my own race. I do not. I do not. But yes, you must cleanse your soul in order to leave this detention center. As some would call this, yes, it is a mental hospital, and the patients are running this joint. And if you do not like this, if you've been convinced that this is a beautiful place, this mental hospital, no, you must fix yourself in order to get discharged from this place so you can ascend spiritually out of this realm. Yeah, this realm you are here. That's why at times I feel as though I don't belong, but then I know I too was placed here because there's some things very wrong with me. Very wrong. Very wrong. But what's cool is in the purgatory of life, in the prison, in the spiritual prison that we exist in, because we are not humans having spiritual experiences. That's a fallacy. No, you are spiritual beings having a physical human reality. We drop down here. We're trapped in these meat suits, and we must experience this life, which is very hard. We must experience pain on the daily. We must experience family members passing. It hurts. It hurts to live on this planet. We find joy in it so that we can survive the purgatory detention that we live in. But yes, this is a place for the hurt locker. This is a place to get fixed up. This is and with the fixing, it comes chastising. It comes It comes trials and tribulations. These things are to mold and shape you, and you will either break and you will end game and be back in this reality some way. You will split the multiverse and find yourself here in another way, trying to accomplish the same mission, or you can accept your mission and realize my mission is to get off of this planet by not way of escape. You cannot take yourself. That is not the answer. You will be back here. You'll be back. I promise you that you'll be back. I've never tried to take myself, but I was in a near death accident, and I felt like it was the perfect time for God to take me out of here. But I knew I think He sent me back. You get your ass down there. You're not done yet. You still need some fixing up, and He sent me back. And I was like, man, I was Bible study Beez at the time. I was on my shit. I was on my spiritual shit. But He sent me back for some reason, right? Crazy. So here we are. But we're still trying to get it right. And what's dope is when I did have my near death experience, and I did get to meet the Most High. He did tell me, you know what I mean. You do have a date. You have a date. It's some people in purgatory, they got all day. It's some people that they have by choice. They have by choice chose to be lifers. They've accepted that this is good, and as long as they have the coziest cell, and as long as they get good treatment from the guards and the warden, they're okay with staying here all day. They have no plans of healing themselves. They want this. That's when this becomes their hell, because they never want to leave. And this is not the it. This is not the end all it. Do you notice that Do you notice that on this Vivarium, great movie, you guys should check it out. I may get to a Vivarium review at the end of this, maybe. But do you guys notice in the Vivarium that we live in, with our manufactured roads and buildings and everything that was created for our comfortability, our fake food that we eat, that's not real food, but they say it's food, and we eat it, and we've learned to think it's good, and we've been given jobs and assignments that we don't understand. You guys should watch the movie Vivarium. But have you guys noticed in the Vivarium that we live in, that everything is dying? That the animals are dying, while we're still discovering new species, like the species of old we can learn about, they're extinct and they're dying. Down to our bird. I think we're doing better numbers, but the bald eagle's almost dead. He's almost extinct. That's very telling in a purgatory world, in a simulation, that the very bird that the country stands for is dying, and nobody's trying. What's happening in America? What's happening all over the world? It is war all over the world. If we were able to have like telescopes in the reverse, where we were able to zoom in and look at ourselves as a species, every spirit on the planet is warring, and they're wondering why they're in purgatory. Why am I here, Lord God? Look around. We have all lost our minds and went bonkers. From Gaza to Los Santos to GTA 6. It is completely mayhem all over the world. And we as a people don't know how we got here, where we're going. We all have ideas and beliefs, and we all want people to agree and coincide with our beliefs. But I have begun to see things in ones and zeros. And I see very clearly that we're in a purgatory state, and these are a bunch of lost souls who are looking for the answers, and we're looking with each other. We argue, we debate, but if we all want to be completely honest, nobody knows how we got here and where we're going. Even the Bible tells you can only believe this by faith. It never tells you this is fact. It says if you had faith as big as a mustard seed, you can move a mountain, but you have to have a little faith, a teeny bit of faith, just to even believe in this story we're telling you, because there's no way to factually prove everything we're saying. These are parable books. These are books that were meant to be read through the spirit. You're supposed to be. They're not like fact on fact on fact. It's a spiritual book to be interpreted. It says that in there. Every religion tells you need faith. You need to believe. But we can't really. We have facts that will back up the belief that you can believe in this, but the fact, but nobody knows. Because if any one person knew, including myself, we would all be in agreement. we would all agree that this is a purgatory state and we're all lost and we're all trying to figure it out. And the management is terrible because they are the people who have chose to step up in leadership positions. They are the people in the mental hospital who said, "I run this country. I run this country for us." And we were like, "Okay, we'll vote for him or this guy, but I'm not really trying to run the country because we're all mentally ill." And then that's why we get so mad at the mentally ill leaders. But it's like, come on, come on. I mean, we could step up and be the leaders, but we don't want to. Some of us are also too comfortable with that. Like I said, honestly, I got a date. Do I think it's anytime soon? No, I've looked over my life already at where I'm at, and I'm sure I have about like 75,000 more years. But that's cool. You can walk that out spiritually. When your spirit is eternal and it never dies, you can walk out 78,000 more lives, bro. You can walk that out if you choose to. But some people just say, "Oh hell no, bruh. That's too much torment. Our souls must be cleansed. There must be several reincarnations to mold the soul." But I got a date. I do got a date. And that's a beautiful thing to know. So while I'm on my journey and while we're all on this journey together, I kind of like heed you to get your soul right and hit the like and subscribe button at this time. This is the time. This is when the organs play. This is when we pass the collection plate. All eyes on Beez with the dollar sign in front. Send that. Send that. If you believe in me like I believe in you, send that. Run that. Run that now. Run the pockets. In the name of Jesus. You're right. You're right with your father. Or you will not be welcome in my father's house. I got a date, but I'll be with you guys a while. But I need you guys, are you with me? I need to know, are you with me? Because I'm going to be with you guys a while. But at some point in time, we got to get on the same page, and it's ones and zeros. And another thing I know all religions preach, we may not have figured everything out. We may not know how we got here. We may not know where we're going. But I do know one thing. All of us is preaching love. We know that every religion say we're supposed to love. Even in the midst of the scandals that has happened to Beez and the terrible things that were done to Beez, people say Beez should still just show love. He should show love more abundantly. He should let those things be those things. Let them go. Let them be with God. And in my heart, when I get on my King David, yeah, sometimes I'm angered. And I want war. But I know every religion would tell me peace and love. So from this day forward, even if this is purgatory, I think we'd have a better time here. I think we could maybe turn this into like a little paradise if we just get back to like human principles. If we stop letting the technology take us so far left that we've become animalistic, that all we want to do is shake ass and fight and do that. We have to get back to loving. Love is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing we have down here on the earth because we have the ability to exist on the dark side. The dark side has no bounds. Even now, while on the little screen, I look like the Sith Lord. I hate that look, but it fits the narrative. So we'll continue. But even now, you can choose the dark side. And with the dark side, you can do whatever you want because the dark side has no bounds. But any wise Jedi, any enlightened Jedi, any enlightened being will tell you that once you enter to the dark side, you lose control because the dark will consume you. And you'll lose control of your very self. And just like we've seen Anakin, young Anakin, he turned to the dark side and it did not go well for him. He self-destructed and destroyed a lot because he chose darkness over light. Now the Jedis, they chose to fight on the side of the good, on the side of the light, on the side of the force of the Almighty. That's so this is allegory. It's all allegorical. But when he chose to fight on the light, there's certain rules you must abide by to fight on the side of good, to be a Jedi. You cannot just be completely consumed with darkness. You can't have any darkness in your soul to become a Jedi. This is why young Anakin could not get accepted into the Jedi Council. Samuel Jackson, nah, nah, I see some shit in him. Yoda, the dark side of the Force, it blurs your shit, bro. I can't let you up in my father's house until you completely clean it. Anakin couldn't understand why they wouldn't let him in until he was turned to the dark side. You are a dirty, rotten motherfucker, Anakin, and you are not welcome in my father's house. Now he wrote his wrongs later in the series. I mean, well, in the beginning of the series, we learned he wrote his wrongs. He did destroy the Sith as the prophecy said he would. We never knew in the prophecy that young Anakin would have to go all the way to the dark side. That he would have to go all the way dark side to destroy the Sith. That wasn't written in the prophecy, but we did know young Anakin was the prodigal son. He was the one that was believed by the Jedi who was going to destroy the last of the Sith, so the universe can be clean of the Sith. And that's a beautiful mission. I like to think myself a Jedi at times. And yes, yeah, I don't think they've all the way inducted me into the council because there's still some shit in me. And I'm working it out. I'm not trying to go dark side. But yeah, while you're here, I think we do all we have figured out love in purgatory. We've seen love, and those are some of the most precious moments you have is those of love. And we stopped learning how to love. Love has become lust. And why I too, I love a fat booty every now and then, and I love the woman's physique, and I love making love to the woman's physique. I do feel like it has went too far. It has gotten to the point to where it is animalistic, and we forgot how to just love. We forgot how to just even have a good time and just 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 observe and be with the opposite sex, or love our family members for that matter. I know you don't love your family members because, oh, the way I've been treated, the way I've been treated by you guys, I can tell there's little love in your life. There's very few people, and I appreciate you guys. All those fans who do show love abundantly and more abundantly, it's been a beautiful thing, and I'm tuning back in to those frequencies. We're going to get back to that. We're now exiting the zero part of the matrix and we're going into the ones, and I'm only dealing with those ones who are those ones, and we'll fit the zeros in to the code where necessary, because it takes zeros and ones to build code. That's just how it works in this. This is the program, the purgatory program, whatever you want to call it. This is what they've created, and this is how it works. It's all coding now. Teach your kids to code. The future is in coding, and I have been a master spiritual coder for a long time. But yeah, we have to start writing love back in the code, and we're only dealing with the ones from here on out. So from now on out, now I still have personal vendettas that I plan on settling, but I will do that outside of the fan base, and I will not make you guys. I will not drag you guys through that negativity, unless need be. But yeah, I have a personal vendetta that will be settled. But as far as for the fan base and what we're doing here, we're going to continue to operate in love, truth, and moving good vibrations going forward. That's what we need to do. That's what the fans want from me. So I will handle my personally, and I will continue to give you guys what you need for your entertainment sakes. And it will get better. And I'm telling you right now, as I'm talking, I believe it is like almost 5 in the morning in GTA 6. But I said I got to get the people something, so I woke up and I want to smoke me a Newport. It's been something new I'm doing with my new stresses. I'm not really a cigarette guy, but yeah, I smoked some weed in the car. I got some. Believe it or not, yes. Believe me, GTA 6 will have tree because it is legal out here. But it is like going back in a machine. You still got to get medical cards and stuff. You got, like, if you have a medical card, it's like you're the man. Yeah, I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, you walk into the liquor store, bro, and what? Buy mushrooms, bro. You can go to the what? But at least they do have what you need, and you won't go to jail for having it. That's good to know. That's good because there's some states where, yeah, you get caught with a blunt, you're doing 18 to life. It's still like that. Believe that. I get why some of you high in LA because you'll say you're outside, but you're outside your house and you're still on the block. I am Beez is really outside. This is outside. Beez is outside. Beez is across several countries. He's toting he's out here smoking. He's out here experiencing. He's finessing every situation that comes to him. My player mode. This is outside. This is outside. Some of y'all is just around the block. Around the block is different from being outside. Yeah, it's different. But yeah, I don't think purgatory is all bad. I think if once you accept that yes, this the realm that you live on is imperfect and it is never going to be right. It doesn't matter if you pick a red state, a blue state. It doesn't matter what religion you pick. There, you will still have to deal with the purgatory, whatever scriptures you read, whatever way you pray. I encourage you and say peace be with you and go on. As long as you're trying to elevate spiritually, as long as you're trying to get to a higher vibration, this world will get easier to navigate. I didn't say it will heal itself. And people think they can heal the world. Michael Jackson tried to heal the world. He tried to take a whole bunch of untalented Anglo-Saxons and make a song called Heal the World. Let's make that a better place for you and for me and for the human sakes. There's people dying. If you care enough for the living, make it a better place for you and for me. For you and for me. But it has not gone well. They killed Michael Jackson, and most of the people in those songs are living in mobile homes or they've died tragic deaths, and the world did not get better. It turned more to Gotham City. So let's stop trying to heal purgatory. Let's stop thinking that we can make the mental hospital a beautiful place to live. Do you understand we're running out of water? That 90% of the water you buy in the store is not fresh water, it's purified. It's sewage water turned back into fresh water so you can drink it, but they don't even call it fresh water, they call it purified because this is water that has been stepped on 6, 7, 8 times. This is we don't even have the supplies in purgatory for the required souls here. It's become a madhouse. There's mad cows running around. The cows are possessed and they will kill you if you eat the wrong cow. You have to be very careful the cow you pick on the farm because there's poisonous cows and there's the Everglades. It was never supposed to be like that, but there's now a million alligators and Burmese pythons and things that were never where we are furthermore destroying the mental hospital that the Most High has given us to fix our souls on, and it's now going to be to where if we do continue to set this thing on fire, we will burn in the mental hospital, and it is a realm. It is not a place that will just easily be put out. It will become like a baby star. It will become like the sun. It will burn for an eternity, and our souls will be trapped here on this burning planet. Now, why? It's already become a piece of coal. I think we need to nurture it, figure out how to get nutrients back in the soil so we can eat real food and not GMO food. That's not progressive. But that looks like where we're going. It looks like what we'll be living in a future where, like Willy Wonka, you will eat a piece of candy and the Salisbury will taste like Salisburies. And the cranberries will taste like cranberries. And there's not a cranberry in it. You just be watermelon flavored. Watermelon flavored Takis. Like, how are the Takis now watermelon flavored? Mango habanero. How did you do it? Huh? It didn't come from the earth. Well, everything comes from the earth. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. When you break things down in ones and zeros, what wasn't already here? Well, we don't know. We don't even know how we got here. What wasn't already here? Precious metals, plastic. I mean, they're just different elements put together to create new elements. So then you have to ask yourself, is all this stuff really bad? Is the plastics really bad for the earth? Because, I mean, you can't make plastic without the stuff that comes from the earth, right? Unless there's something in plastic that comes from another planet. that some other beings gave us. But no, I believe that like on YouTube you can watch how plastic is made, and I believe it is made from stuff that comes right here from on this planet, right here on this purgatory planet is how you make plastic. So can you really combine things from other things and create new things and say that they're unearthly? Well, everything here has been made. The nuclear bomb has been made from nothing but stuff right here on this planet. They found everything to make the nuclear bombs right here on the planet, and therefore the nuclear bomb is from Earth. It is a Earth. It is an Earth creation. It is no different from the ancestors of old. You would take what is it? You take certain peyotes and certain herbs, and you can mix them and get a different palette, like mascara. And the Indians knew how to wear mascara, but there's a mixing of things that were already on this planet to create new things for new uses. You fast forward 2,000 years, we were able to figure out how to take a vibranium and all the great resources from Africa and make weapons of mass destruction. But all of it comes from Earth. None of it is too foreign. Even though I do not understand technology, I understand that African children find the computer chips in the ground. That the computer chips are dug out of the ground in Africa. There are computer chip mines in Africa, and I believe in some parts of Asia. They slave those Asian children, and they dig up computer chips, iPhone chips. And you wonder why we don't make iPhones in America. You can't make iPhones in America because we don't have vibranium and we don't have computer chips growing in the ground. We had the gold rush in the West, and we maxed it. Game over. That's why you need to get out of California. The gold's been gone. The Hollywood stars are being pissed on as I speak right now. As I speak right now, the Hollywood stars being pissed on or shit on right now as I talk. I promise you that. Now, I'm 1,000 miles away. But what you do need to know, the future is in technology, and you can't have technology without Africa, because all the iPhone chips are growing in the Congo. And it is funny because when I was growing up in the 90s, there was a movie called Congo, and it was about this big smart ape that lived in the Congo and about these white people hunting these apes in the Congo. And even back then, I think they were like the higher ups, the real higher ups. They were signaling the Hollywood. They were signaling to the rest of their cronies, Congo, where the smart monkeys are, is where we need to go. And now you fast forward from the 90s, 20 years later, and there's poor African chips digging up Apple chips out of the Congo. Who knew? Who knew? Only Elon Musk would know. Only the guy that invented PayPal or bought it. He buys a lot of stuff and says he started it. X and he buys a lot of stuff and he has a lot of money. He knew when he watched Congo, there's something special about these smart monkeys, and he was from South Africa, so he was a lot closer to the Congo than even we are from America. He quickly realized there's something to this movie Congo, and I believe he went on a rich expedition. They probably had like those avatar machines that where he didn't even have to deal with the wilderness. They can just knock over trees and all that. And he was able to find the vibranium and the apple chips. He said there's apple chips growing out of the ground. And I'm sure they were sparkly. It's like when you open the computer and you look at the shit. I heard they grow just like that. The apple chips grow just like that. That's why there's a new iPhone every 6 months. Every 6 months, they don't even have to think. But that's why they always look the same. Because they're just the same chips they're mining. They're mining the same chips, and they're remixing. They're adding the camera, taking the camera off, giving you a trackpad, taking the trackpad off. I see the musical chairs they play with the iPhone, but in reality, the Apple chips, they just grow like that. It ain't. I used to think it was like, why are they taking American jobs to Asia and Africa? But that's where the computer chips grow. They don't grow in America. You can't grow apple chips in America. Apple chips are grown in the Congo with poor African children. That's why they're kidnapping them. because apparently only a Wakandian can touch them. To get them, you need the African children to actually mine them, or if you touch them without your Wakandian hands, something will happen. So they have the poor African children collect the apple chips, and then they deionize them or something so that they can handle them, and that's how your iPhones is made. I went on a deep dive, and figured that out for you guys. Look into it. Look into it. But look, man, we're coming up, and I wanted to do like an hour. Okay, we got 45 more minutes. I can do 25 more minutes. I haven't gave you guys an episode in like 2 weeks, right? It's been 2 weeks. But for what seems like a long 2 weeks for you has been an eternity. For me, it's been a purgatory for me. I've been to jail. I've been hit. I've been through all kind of things. I've been chased by snakes. You guys wouldn't believe the outlets I boosted from yeah. You know what else I like outside of California is when you think it's normal, when the baby clothes are behind glass cases like they're live ammunition at the Walmart. When you realize that that's not normal. That is not normal to lock up baby clothes behind bulletproof glass because the people are so uncivilized that we do not trust them with the baby clothes in Walmart. That's not normal most other places. That was unique to see that. You guys just gonna leave everything to the thieves? That's a mistake when I'm in town. You guys ain't gonna lock nothing up? Nothing? They lock the PS5. Don't know. They're not stupid. They're not stupid. They still lock the good stuff up. But I'm talking about like regular stuff, like baby formula. Like when you go to Walmart to just get baby formula, it should not be locked behind bulletproof glass. Another thing I noticed outside of California, we don't just have a homeless problem. We have a zombie apocalypse happening in LA. There is nothing like the homeless problem that is going on in LA. There's never before been anything like this. I don't think anywhere in America. I've talked to people outside America, and they said they are scared for us, and they don't understand how we live like that. And it's not till I get out of California that I realize there is nowhere in the United States. Well, there may be like Chicago and like some of this. Hey, look, man, there's some real fucking shitholes out there. Let me tell you, all right. There's some real fucking shitholes. So there's some places. There's a place. I didn't go to none of those places. I actually made sure to avoid all. Like, why would I leave one shithole to go to another shithole? That'd be crazy. I avoided all shitholes. Now I did go do like some Hills Have Eyes towns. They do exist. There's a lot of them in Florida. There's a lot of Hill Have Eyes people. But there's opportunity. There is a GTA 6. You can make missions. You can buy real estate. You can do things in GTA 6 that you couldn't even do in Los Santos. I guarantee there will be things in GTA 6 that you wouldn't even dream was possible in Los Santos. It's the game is 10 years old, 13 years old. It's over. It's over. You want a brand new game in Los Santos? That's because you want to be in that purgatory forever. Stay in that purgatory. There's new games, there's new sites to see. There's so much life, more life. To everybody who loves life, more life. I wish you more life. But about the homeless, now I'm not saying there's not homeless people all over the United States. You see them, but in very few in numbers. It's not like packs of them or like whole tent encampments down block. I have yet to see a whole block lined with tent encampments. So my travels, I avoided all the places that mirror LA, that want to be like LA. I avoided all. So I didn't see anywhere where there were like long tent encampments around blocks and RV park. Oh, oof. Albuquerque, New Mexico, bro. There is some towns that are literally made up out of RVs, tents, and like pop-up homes, like those container homes. And that was a sight to see because but even it looked like better living in LA. I'll be honest. It looked peaceful. It looked like the people got along, knew each other. It looked like tight knit communities. It's very different. outside. And I noticed something very early on. Most people's homeless and even their drug addicts, they do not even act like the homeless and the drug addicts in Gotham City. I watched the Anglo-Saxon woman as she rolled her tongue all around her mouth for like the whole time she was in the store making a purchase. And I watched her friend hold the door for her, and she took entirely too long to buy all of her stuff. But I noticed this drug addict paid for all of her purchases and did not steal anything out of the store. And after she bagged up her stuff, she even still had the decency. This drug addict, homeless Anglo-Saxon woman even had the decency to say, "Have a good day and thank you." And I was like, wow. So I thought like homelessness and depression, I thought it comes with this crazy, like the people that just yell and talk to you at the stop sign and will pull a knife on you for walking by. No, no, there is a lot of places where I understand why they give their homeless money when they see them, because their homeless aren't assholes. There's homeless that are not assholes, and you shouldn't have to give a homeless asshole money because all homeless are not created equally. There are some mentally ill homeless, and then there are some people who have been through hard times and still have some dignity and respect. And I can understand a person going through a hard time in purgatory, and they may still be trying, and they have retained an ounce of their dignity and respect, and they're still trying to present it in a way, no matter what life has drugged them to. I can't understand the mentally ill that's asking me for money and looking like I can't tell if he's going to assault me if I don't. Now that's a whole nother animal you're dealing with, and you're so used to dealing with those sorts of individuals that you're calling them homeless when in fact they are the most mentalist of the mentally ill. And if you gave them reparations or $1 million, it wouldn't change who they are. They have completely lost it. They are in purgatory, on running on autopilot. These are the NPCs of New. They have an assignment to kill, steal, and destroy. You need to get away from the life. I love my type of homeless, and when I say my, that is because I am announcing that I may be relocating permanently, because I hate to say it. Why Beez is no longer on the run, but he is still doing Beez on the Prius Pusher tour. The Prius Pusher tour is not done. Beez has had a great time driving this raggedy ass Prius all over the United States, and the things I've seen and the sights I've seen, it's been a beautiful road trip. But I do want to settle outside of San Andreas. I think my time is up there. I think it's time to take my talents to South Beach. I think I've preached these things, but we did our thing in Los Angeles, and LA. While you guys are some of the most dedicated fans, you guys are some of the most ruthless and disrespectful and Hollywood asshole fans that exist. And anybody from LA will tell you that it's enough to make Russell Westbrook go to JV, and now we have to watch in the playoffs as JV is balling way more and way better without Kawhi Leonard in the game than the varsity squad, than Los Angeles, and we still can't admit. You know what I mean? Maybe we might be the problem. Maybe it might be the fan base is so toxic that we so think we're running the team and GMing the team. We forgot how to just show love and be fans. We forgot how to love and show fans, and that sometimes that motivates the players to do the supernatural. I see the support now. Westbrook is still doing Westbrook things over there and with the Clippers, but as you can see, that team is having a better run than us. Yes, yes. The LeBron that had to leave Cleveland and go to South Beach, I completely understand in this season of my life. And that may be something I'm looking to do going forward, because I don't see a future in Gotham City for me and my children. Now, don't get me wrong, their mothers do. Their mothers love Gotham. They'll never leave Sodom and Gomorrah. They will turn into a pillar of salt before they leave South Cali, Sodom. I myself am not that attached to the place. Like, I get it, like, oh man, yeah, yeah, I'm not that down. Yeah, San Andreas has been cool. I'm out. But yeah, I will be relocating. But I still, I still am hoping, and I'm still in conversations and talks. I've made it very rough on No Jumper with the moves that I made, and me just, you feel me, hopping out and going on a Prius World Tour. It there were plans and things set up, and it would seem as though I just took off on them. So I understand No Jumper's frustration with me. Adam, I apologize. We did speak earlier. I hope we can continue that conversation. But yeah, I'm looking to still give the fans what they want, what they need. I'm still the people's champ. I'm still here for it. I haven't gave up on anything quite yet, and don't plan to. I've been doing this a long time, and I plan to keep it going. I had another beer I didn't drink. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Please, if you can't donate and send some money to All Eyes on Beez, you ain't got to do that. Just go buy me some followers. Go buy me some real engagement, because these people, the trolls, think they can hurt me by following and trolling me and unfollowing me. If you really got love for Beez, go buy me some engagement. You ain't even got to tell me who you are. I always want to look up and see like 500 views on something. You know what I mean? Just some comments, likes. I'll know they're not real, but that's love. That's love. Just to see somebody said, "Hey, I know you got 100 haters. I'm finna pay this $4.99, get you 1,000 likes, and I'll let you know how much we love you. Just $5." I know I should invest in my own engagement, and I feel like that's cheating the fan base, because if I'm just buying the look, I'm not trying to buy the look, but if you guys pay for the look, that's different. The fans are buying the engagement. They love me. They love me, and they want to see me with more numbers. And if the rest of the haters don't get it, and if everybody's not seeing it, they're gonna make sure it looks right. And I appreciate y'all for that. That's a win. That's a win in my book, and that's honesty. And we got to bring back honesty. It's too hard for people to be honest. People, there's great trolls out there. I've dealt with some of the best trolls. They will not show their face. And that's the big difference. That is the separation. It takes another kind of nut drop. When you drop your nuts, it takes another kind of nut drop to talk your talk. To talk your talk and show your face. It is a completely different game when you can hide who you are and still do that. And that is needed too. We need silent assassins, you know what I mean? I get that. But I feel it's far too many. There's terrible trolls. There's a lot of terrible trolls. And they hide behind like wax screen man. And they say like the basic like NPC stuff, like no originality, none of that. Like I know some of the best. You feel me? Shout out We Starving. You feel me? Free We Starving. But yeah, I know some of the best 4chan niggas in the game. I know some of the best. I don't know if y'all seen that documentary yet on Netflix, but yeah, I know some of the 4chan niggas, bro. They'll spin you. You'll think that nigga 7, 8 different niggas. You won't know who this nigga is. And that's a good, when they're on that level, when they troll on that level, that's an art form. But there's far too many of you guys hiding behind Bart Simpson pictures and fake memes and trying to be that guy, and to the point it's annoying. It's like, show yourself. Show yourself. If you're not a silent assassin, you're not one of them guys that's like a killer. If you're just, I didn't want to see me, but I want to say something. Come on, bro. Grow up, bro. Grow up, bro. Or get in the field, bro. I'm in the field. I'm outside. And that's why no one will ever remember your name. Because you never told us. You never showed us your face. And one thing about me, good, bad, or worst podcast of all time, you won't have to remember this face, because I showed it and I put it out there, and I continue to do that over and over and over and over and over again. And oh yes, the next episode, the yacht has been cleaned, and the next episode will be on the yacht. It will be called Seize the Moment. I'm already putting that sermon together for you guys now. It's going to be a beautiful thing to watch, because we will be out in the ocean, like Scarface style, on the yacht, as I'm pod. And I may, if I like the way this goes, that may become a regular thing. We may seize the moment, because shouts out the name of the yacht, it's Seize the Moment. You know what I mean? So yeah, Be looking forward to that. That's coming. I'm actually very excited about that because myself, I ain't never got to do nothing tropical like that. And I figured, like, if I'm gonna do something tropical like that, why not do it with the people? Let them experience it and be talk that talk, smoke that smoke, drink that drink. So that's what we're gonna do, and we are coming up in an hour and 9 seconds. Please hit the like and subscribe. You guys have been beautiful. Till next time, it's Beez on the run. Prius Pusher Tour. Beez in the trap right now. Till next time, I'm going, man. I'm out of here.